For Chicago Bears fans, preseason games are often about glimpses, quick flashes of what might be. But Sunday's matchup against the Miami Dolphins was different. This wasn't just a peek at the future. It felt like the first real chapter in a story that could define the next decade of Bears football. The scoreboard read like just another August exhibition, but the energy, execution, and emergence of young talent told a much bigger story. Head coach Ben Johnson, a man not known for casual praise, walked into his post-game press conference looking energized. He had reason to be. Luther Burton, playing beyond his years among the brightest stars, was rookie wide receiver Luther Burton. The second-round pick out of Missouri came into training camp with high expectations after leading the NCAA in yards after catch. But what stood out most against Miami wasn't just his athletic ability, it was his football intelligence. Early in the second quarter, Burton ran a sharp-out route near the sideline. The throw from Tyson Bagent wasn't perfect, but Burton adjusted mid-stride, snagged the ball, and instantly turned upfield for extra yardage. Later, with the clock ticking down in the first half, Burton showed the kind of situational awareness usually reserved for seasoned veterans. After making a catch near the sideline, he stepped out of bounds just in time to stop the clock and preserve a second. That single tick allowed Cairo Santos to attempt and make a field goal before halftime. Ben Johnson noticed. He's working his tail off. The details are tightening up on the field. 2 catches for 29 yards might not jump off the stat sheet, but context matters. The 14.5 yards per catch average showed efficiency. More importantly, every route was crisp, every decision calculated. Colston Loveland, the quiet grinder while Burton's plays were easy to spot. Rookie linebacker Colston Loveland was making his mark in the quieter, more physical battles of the game. His role didn't lend itself to highlight reels, but in the trenches, he was a constant presence, filling gaps, taking on blockers, and communicating with the secondary. Johnson's post-game comments hinted at his appreciation. Loveland, like Burton, is trending in the right direction, even if the word trust is still withheld for now. The trust philosophy Johnson's reluctance to hand out early trust is not a criticism. It's part of his coaching DNA. He knows that in the NFL, praise can inflate egos faster than game film can expose weaknesses. By keeping young players hungry, he ensures their motivation comes from competition and improvement, not just public validation. Kyle Monangai, the steal of the draft? While Burton impressed through savvy and skill, 7th-round pick Kyle Monangai won over fans and coaches through sheer determination. Running backs often say their job is to fall forward, and Monangai embodied that on every snap. 6 carries for 30 yards with multiple broken tackles showed a back who refuses to go down easily. One particular run in the third quarter was a microcosm of his style. The play was designed to go off tackle left, but a Dolphins linebacker filled the gap quickly. Monangai planted, cut inside, bounced off a defensive tackle, and spun forward for a 13-yard gain. The run drew cheers from the Bears sideline, and even Miami defenders patted him on the helmet afterward. Tyson Bagent summed it up. Rarely does the first guy tackle him. He's always falling forward. With injuries limiting Roshan Johnson and Travis Homer, Monangai is making a legitimate case to be the RB2 behind D'Andre Swift. If preseason is a time for experimentation, the Bears coaching staff is using it well. Beyond the headline rookies, the Miami game was a laboratory for testing depth at 2 of the most important positions in football, running back and quarterback. The backfield picture Monangai's strong showing adds an interesting wrinkle to the Bears' offensive planning. D'Andre Swift is locked in as the lead back, but his history of minor injuries makes the RB2 spot more important than usual. A Swift-Monangai combination could provide the perfect balance, Swift bringing finesse and explosive speed, Monangai offering physicality and yards after contact. It's not the first time the Bears have found late-round value at running back. Fans will remember Jordan Howard, a 5th-round pick in 2016, who quickly became a pro bowler. While it's far too early to make such comparisons, the blueprint is there for Monangai to surprise the league. Quarterback room stability, the competition for the QB2 job behind Caleb Williams is heating up. Tyson Bagent and veteran Case Keenum both delivered clean, efficient performances against Miami. Keenum's 2 touchdown passes showcased his veteran savvy, quick reads, decisive throws, and an ability to exploit mismatches. Bagent, meanwhile, threw for over 100 yards and a touchdown, displaying confidence and mobility in the pocket. His lone interception was debatable in fault, with many attributing it to a miscommunication with the receiver. Ben Johnson praised both. "I thought both of those guys operated at a high level. We were very smooth. A strong backup quarterback situation isn't just a safety net, it's a competitive advantage." Should the unthinkable happen to Caleb Williams, Chicago's offense wouldn't be forced into survival mode, it could remain aggressive. Quick break for Bears fans before we break down the biggest defensive performance of the game. Here's something every Chicago Bears diehard needs to do. If you love breaking news, insider training camp reports, and real-time game analysis, make sure you subscribe to the channel right now. Hit the like button, smash the notification bell, and join the fastest-growing Bears community online. You'll get updates before anyone else, and you'll be part of the conversation shaping the season. If the offense gave fans reasons to be hopeful, the defense gave them reason to dream big. And no one embodied that more than Austin Booker. The second-year edge rusher put together the kind of performance that scouts and coaches dream of: disruptive, relentless, and game-changing. His final stat line was staggering for a preseason game: 6 tackles, 3 sacks, a forced fumble, and 4 quarterback hits. Setting the tone early from the first series, Booker was a problem for Miami's offensive line. On the Dolphins' opening drive, he blew past the right tackle, forcing quarterback Tua Tagovailoa to rush his throw and miss a receiver deep. A few plays later, he split a double team to record his first sack of the night. Johnson's post-game comments captured the impact. "He was a factor the entire game. Momentum carries over to the other side of the ball." The mentorship factor. Booker's offseason work with Montez Sweat appears to be paying dividends. Sweat, one of the league's premier pass rushers, took Booker under his wing, focusing on hand placement, first-step explosiveness, and counter moves. That mentorship was evident Sunday. Booker's technique looked sharper, his footwork quicker, and his awareness higher. Youth and potential. At just 22 years old, Booker is still developing physically and mentally as a pro. His limited college experience, only 2 years at Kansas, means his ceiling is still unknown. But if this game was any indication, he's ahead of schedule. A deeper rotation. Perhaps most importantly, Booker's emergence strengthens Chicago's defensive line rotation. The ability to bring in fresh legs without a drop-off in production is rare in the NFL. It means offensive lines can't rest between drives, and quarterbacks have to stay alert on every snap. Long-term impact. If Booker continues to progress alongside Gervin Dexter Sr., the Bears could be assembling a defensive front capable of dominating for years. Pair that with the growth of the young offense, and Chicago's rebuild could accelerate faster than anyone predicted. Final thoughts. Sunday's game against Miami didn't just showcase individual performances, it painted a picture of a team culture taking shape. Ben Johnson's careful balance of praise and patience is keeping his young roster hungry. The rookies are responding by making plays, veterans are guiding without overshadowing, and the depth chart is getting stronger across the board. For Bears fans, the message is clear. The future isn't just coming, it's already stepping onto the field.